Let her rip.
All right, now we're off. Okay. Question number one. What's the most exotic animal you've ever ridden?
Oh, for fuck's sake. This guy.
Man, that's not fun. A horse? I'm from Texas.
But that's not the same thing.
Yeah, Jake gave me the same answer. I like to get to know where we are on exotic animals, the ones we surround ourselves with. I think it's a good it's a good starting point. But honestly, all horses aside, like, what is it that made you want to go into the social media space, or was it just kind of an inevitable byproduct?
Oh, I didn't want to.
Yeah,
I hate the social media space. I fell into it because I think every fitness person fell into it. And then you unfortunately get to a point of realizing in no world can I make as much money in person as I can online.
Yeah.
So then you're just like forced into it. And that's kind of like, I battle with it all the time because I'm like, I'm too old for this shit. I feel so weird being almost 40, talking to my phone and like going into grocery stores and like, you should buy this. Like it just, but again, like I said, you can't there's no cap on the internet.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no cap. And the only way I'm going to get people filtered and funneled into my app, into my coaching is being on social media 24/7. So I honestly don't love it, but what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because, we were talking about this earlier. I've been following you since 2015, which is oddly strange. Like, I don't even remember back that far, but that's somewhere around where I owned my gym. I was heavily into CrossFit, so it might've been somewhere around there. But out of all these years, I didn't even know what an influencer was until 4 years ago. I didn't know there was a term for it, but I've never portrayed you as an influencer type. And I think that's what attracted me to get you on the podcast was you've always stood your ground. You've always been on brand. You've never come off character. I mean, other than maybe the sport or the style of training you've done from what I've witnessed. But other than that, like you've been on brand, you've been a badass, tattooed, motorcycle riding, say it how it is kind of chick. And that's really what drew me to get you on this podcast because following somebody for so long, that means a lot because a lot of people are really still new to Instagram. You know what I mean? Within this last 5 years, I think it grew substantially, just like TikTok.
Yeah.
But for an OG to say like, I've been following you since 2015, like that goes back. That means we were representing something way back yonder. So you not being an influencer is what's really stood out because a lot of people will take that change to make money and to promote shit.
I got asked this morning of like, why don't you do more brand deals? Like, why don't you like send the emails out and get brand deals? And I'm like, because then that's the point where you become an influencer and people can tell as soon as your content changes to like branding, every single post is about to buy something, you lose it.
Yeah.
And I refuse to do it. I don't care how much money. I'm not spending half my day making a post about leggings. I'm just not doing it.
Well, and it's
there's no value to that. I can't do it.
It's crazy you said that because a lot of mentors, a lot of people in this space that I've been attached with or my name with them, it was always about the sales. It was always about the sales. And again, like I say this on Blue in the Face, like I will never be a 7-figure coach because I'll never stoop to that. I will never put myself under my core values to become that individual to just sell for something I don't believe in. And I've stayed true to it. Maybe that's the punk rock in me, but
no, that I feel the same way because I get in this slump, and so then I reach out to like marketing people or branding people, and they always like mention these like hook lines and rage bait and like selling your soul to like you have to get people to just watch it, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. I'm not making these weird videos just to get people to watch it longer than 7 seconds. So that's what I said. Like if I've never become like a multimillionaire, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that crap.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I think like kind of the nice part about social media, and I think a lot of what it is you're saying is your alternative worldly view is a genuine approach to fuck what everyone else has to do to be trend chasing and influencing, which is why authenticity and certainty will always perform. The one thing that Jake and I say is like marketing's at an all-time high, which means trust is at an all-time low. So when you are you despite popularity or opinion, and you're just authentic as fuck, that's about as on brand as somebody could be.
Yeah, I agree. I think the authentic coaches have higher retention. And that's what I've always seen is like, I have clients that I've had for 3 years. Not very many coaches can say that. So like I've had, as soon as I released my app, I've had people fall on and off. Cool.
Hell yeah. This is why this
San Diego, all my windows are open. I just think my retention rate is much higher than most coaches when they turn trendy and they just want numbers. I'm not really like that.
All right, what's going on, guys? I wanted to cut in on this video really quick to extend the offer for you to come in and work with the Force of Focus in a much more community-based level. Now, all of the information that I provide here is extremely valuable and important for you to know about the industry that you're in, but being able to work in a room full of artists who are all not only applying the systems, but keeping each other accountable changes the entire trajectory of your success and of your scalability. So if this is something you're interested in, we're going to attach the link down below in the description. Let us know if you have any questions. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe, but make sure that you are willing to roll the dice. You have to be able to get up and get out. You have to be able to play the game, not just ride the bench. And this is exactly where you can do that. It's not your run-of-the-mill program. This is community approach. This is how we work together and we navigate the sea of uncertainty in this creative career path. I cannot wait to see you in there with us. So with your ability to coach, what was it that started you in the leadership aspect? Was it coaching initially, or was it just because of who you were, how you showed up, people just inevitably started asking the questions and you realized it was a good market for you, or just kind of a natural byproduct?
I've never been asked that. I didn't know that I was considered a leadership role.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know that I think it's kind of like you said, I've always stuck true to my guns, and I think people appreciate that. And I just recently started getting asked like mentory type questions, and I just like, it's super humbling because it's like, wow. But I think it's just because it's a slow burn, but like where I'm at in life, I think people look at that and they're like, wow, that'd be a really cool place to get to. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people, like, don't ever talk to people or listen to people that aren't where you want to be. But if you talk to people that are where you want to be, so maybe that's why. Yeah. I think moving to California was just like super life-changing for me. And so like the past year, like my entire life has changed. And I think you can kind of see that on my social media of like, oh shit, she's doing it. Because I've always talked about doing it, and now I'm doing it. So yeah. I think maybe that's what it is.
Sorry, Mikey. What was the reason for moving? Because I was just actually reading that because I couldn't tell where you moved. But what was the reasoning for the move, if you don't mind me asking?
So I was born in Austin. I was born and raised for 35 years of my life. And there was a very small moment where I lived in El Centro for 2 years, but there's no point in talking about it. So I basically was in Central Texas my entire life. And I was just like, I like started feeling like I was in like Groundhog Day, where it was just every day was the exact same. And I was like never really in a good mood, which I'm a super like peppy person. And I just was like, okay, I'm either going to live and die here, or I need to get out of here and get out of my routine. And I literally came down here. I dropped into a gym and I was like, I'm going to live here. And I went home and I quit my job and I sold all my shit. And I was here in like a month. Wow. Working at that gym. What part of the are you in? And I was making like $2,000 because I quit everything. And I when in Austin, I was making more money in person at the gym. So when I quit, I wasn't focusing on online stuff as much because it was like stressing me out. So I was just like, so when I moved here, I didn't really have online clients and my app going yet or anything like that. So everything that I've done, I've built up since moving here, which was it's been awesome.
Yeah.
Was it more of an environment thing or just the hope for growth when you made that move? Like, what was it that just screamed to you, fuck it, I'm moving here?
Environment. I'm a huge outside person. I'm very much fueled by like the sun and being outside, and Texas was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. So like I couldn't even walk my dogs for 3 months in between like 11 and 6. It was, and I don't know, like people just think that maybe Texans are being dramatic. When I say it's fucking hot, it is unreal. The humidity, 100 days over 100 degrees with like 90% humidity. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, it's like rain and hail and this, and then you get a pretty day and then it's rain and hail again. It's just, I'm a big weather person. I know that sounds really ridiculous to some people, but being outside 300 days of the year, it just does something for you.
Well, and that's why Mikey's in Iowa. I'm in Corona, so I'm just 90 minutes from you. But it's like everyone talks shit on California. I'm like, I'm literally in, like, I get out of the gym and I'm in flip flops after I get out of the sauna and my shorts and a tank top, and it's December, and I'm like, I'll pay extra all day long.
It was just purely environment. I was not in a good headspace. I was doing the same thing. My job was treating me like shit. And I just was like, you know what? I'm doing it.
I think there's something to be said about that. So do you think that the environment change increased your ability to show up differently, whether that's in social media or in your day to day, you know, because I think that can have a lot to do with the way you present yourself, how you show up for you, how you show up for your clients, how you show up for your life. What kind of transition did you experience immediately or over the course of time?
Dude, I can't explain it. I really can't. It's something that you can't experience. You can't really explain unless you just do it. And it sounds, everyone's like, oh, you can make any environment. It's up to you. It's positivity. Just be positive. You can make anywhere work. You can be happy in prison. And I'm like, fuck off. That's so inaccurate. And your environment matters. When I moved here and I started like getting around people that are like more my vibe, like, again, it sounds super ridiculous, but people are like so fit here. Girls do not overly wear makeup. There's not hair extensions everywhere. And I think people get confused with, so in Texas, everyone thinks California is the same. Everyone thinks California is LA. And so when I say that, everyone's like, no, you're full of shit. And I'm like, I live in a baby beach town, Oceanside, that is like the raddest, low key. I haven't paid for parking. I ride an e-bike everywhere. No one dresses up. No one ever really wears makeup. Everyone's like runs in the morning, surfing. It's the most incredible.
What part of San Diego are you in?
Huh?
What part are you in?
Oceanside. So I'm 45 minutes north San Diego.
Oh yeah, I know where you are.
Yeah. So Encinitas.
Yep.
And again, I know this sounds like I'm lying. I haven't had a bad day 5 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely, this is the best thing I ever did in my life. Like my entire life has changed. I don't care. I would spend twice as much as I'm spending to live here.
Here's the reason I asked the question, because a lot of the people that not only we work with, but I think a lot of people in general, they live vicariously through other people's change. You know, they don't want to change their own natural environment. The thought of it is daunting and scary to everybody, but I think that's the kind of shit people need to hear. Coming into the new year, new me, you know what I mean? Everybody's like, I'm going to do something different. And then they go right back to the same character types, the same environments, the same approaches towards life. We had a call with one of the artists that we work with, and they were negotiating with themselves. I always say you're negotiating with terrorists at this point, because you're always going to say, well, that's not what I would do. That's not who I am. So I'm not going to go that hard into it and change who I am. So then you're never going to change inevitably. But being able to just be like, I'm going to do the thing. And then you just get up and fucking do the thing, I think is something everyone could probably grow from. But you're right. I mean, I've been told, you know, you can be happy in prison. You can. They have pizza windows, for fuck's sake. That doesn't mean it's the ideal location.
Correct. Ideal is a really good word. Optimal. The ideal, yeah. Is it ideal? But like, yeah, I would live in so people think they need all this space and they need things. But when I moved here, I literally had nothing and I was okay. I could live in a van here and be happy.
Yeah.
It's just the environment here is so incredible. To me, everyone's going to be different. Some people could move here and hate it. I don't.
Have you ever meet anyone in San Diego that's hated their move?
There's a lot of people that are like, really? Why did you move here? Everyone's moving to Austin. And I'm like, I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to Montana. I'm going so much further than any of you could ever imagine. I will get lost in the woods. My beard will get grosser. There will be more flannels purchased, and I will get snowshoes and buy.
And that is what some people want. Isn't that where Dana Lynn Bailey and Rob Bailey live?
So
Montana?
I work with Rob and Dana, so I'm up there all the fucking time, and that's why I'm falling in love with it, because I fucking love it up there.
That's what I mean. Like, and they could afford to live anywhere, and they choose to live there. So, like, that's they're happy.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that.
Yeah. So I guess my question is, with all this conversation in comparison to the character types, the usual social media fitness guru bullshit, to you, what is your brand? What do you think it is that makes you stand out in comparison to the same carbon copy bullshit? And don't tell me I don't know, because that's bullshit and we all know it.
I think my brand evolves as I evolve. It's always been like I'm a straight shooter, but I think a lot, like from what I see with the people that I follow, there's a lot of like, I'm going to sell you what sounds good. And I don't do that. There's all these like, cause I follow a lot of ex-competitors, and they sell the dream of looking like a competitor at these, with these 2 times a week programs. And I just like, it just blows my mind. Mm-hmm. And so I think my brand is just, I am so transparent on what you actually, I don't sugarcoat what it takes to look like me. Yeah. And I don't sugarcoat what it takes to look like how people want to look. And they show me pictures of influencers. I'm like, you have no idea what it takes to look like that. And everyone preaches this, like, you just got to eat healthy and lift twice a week and get 10K steps a day. And I'm like, no, that's longevity or maintenance. That is not transforming. That's not a body recomp. Yeah. And so I try to stay which it's harder to sell. What I'm selling is harder to sell. I'm selling you, it's a lifestyle change. And I think that's just why me and marketing people butt heads. They're like, well, you got to soften it up. I'm like, I can't do it. Because people send me pictures of like these bodybuilders or whatever. Like, I want to look like that. I wanted this. And I'm like, baby, you got to be in the gym 6 days a week. I don't know what to tell you. Well, the girl that I bought the program from said 3 times. I'm like, do you think all these competitive bodybuilders would be in the gym 7 days a week if they didn't have to be? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Like,
you get jacked when it's convenient.
You get jacked 2 times a week. and eat your 1 gram per body weight of protein, and that's all you need to do. So I don't know if that answered the question. My brand is just very transparent, and I want people on my app, and I want clients that want to work. Yeah. And that they want to work for their goal. I don't want people to say, I want to do as little as possible and get the most out of it. And that's just not my thing. Like, I don't jive with those people. And so I'm slowly getting to where I'm getting my type of clientele, but like in people on the app, and it's just like commitment, consistency, and you got to be real with yourself of like, what are you willing to do? Not what you want. Because there's 2 different things.
Yeah, that's always the issue with like the marketing approach, is sell them what they want, give them what they need. But that's good for acquisition, but that's dog shit for retention. You know, and so Jake runs Second Life, does a lot of the fitness, the nutrition, the like the supplementation. And I work with creatives. I help with structure, organization, not burning your life to the ground because you want to be a rebel, which is just, you want to be a poor, talented artist. That's fine, but fuck off. It has to be long-term. It can't just be a get rich quick. And if somebody sells you a 3-month program with this weird hoop dream of massive levels of success, it's unrealistic. But it's also unauthentic, you know? So I think it's nice that you actually take the approach of, are you ready to work for a long time? Then let's make you awesome.
I don't. Yeah. So the other app, they are asking me, they're like, let's do challenges. I'm like, I fucking hate challenges. Cause like, what is 60 days besides, make you feel better? What is 2 months going to do for, I just won't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not selling 75 hard. I'm not selling 30-day challenges. I don't know.
Well, it's because you have the experience, and I was going to ask you, and not to bring it up, but like, when did you actually get into fitness? When would you say, what year was it that you're like, you're either going to make a change or you really fell in love with it? Like, tell me a little background on that.
I don't have the exact, I fell into it. My brother put me in an MMA gym when I lived with him for a little bit to work, to make money as a front desk girl. And I was like wrapping people's hands.
Yep.
And so I was in that environment, but I didn't really I felt comfortable there because I wasn't very smart, like academic. I wasn't a genius and I didn't do well in school. So like fitness is where I felt more confident and comfortable. So I kind of leaned towards that environment. And I did the normal rebellious. I did drugs. I partied. I did a lot of that. And then I was like trying to get into the fitness, but it's really hard being new and I wasn't making the money that I wanted to. So I kind of fell into dealing drugs and I got really deep into like the raving party scene and was dealing a lot. And then it just like, I started dealing more and more and I started buying more and more amounts and it just started getting kind of dangerous. And I had like a situation happen to where it like shook me pretty good. And I went home and I was like, I'm going to die or I'm going to end up in prison if I don't fucking figure this out. And I just like sat there. And the next day, this is not a lie. The next day I went to work because I had to have a job. I had to have something on paper. So I was working at this boxing gym. And Allie Davidson walked in. She's the owner of Camp Gladiator. She walked in and she took my class and she pulled me aside and she was like, if I offered you a full-time job at a gym, would you take it? And I was like, I get it. Damn. So that day I literally quit dealing and I just got goosebumps. I literally remember this because it was like I just was like, this is my out. So I quit dealing. I kicked my roommate out that I was dealing with and I showed up at the CG Arena the next day and I fucking lived at that gym 7 days a week. I cleaned, I taught, I worked the front desk. I did everything they asked me to over and beyond and that was my out. And then I just stayed in it.
And what year was that?
Boy, you're asking me all these things. I'm 40 years old almost. I don't know. I was probably 22. So, I don't know.
2017.
If I started CrossFit in 16, 15, probably 2014. Okay. Something like that. 2013, 2014.
Okay. Fair enough. That's a pretty wild fucking story. I mean, it relates a lot to Mikey and I. I mean, as we were both dirtbags through most of our lives up until 5 years
ago. It was more fun to be a dirtbag when we were younger. It's not cool now.
In my defense, you can still be a successful dirtbag.
100%. Well, yeah. I mean, that goes to say it was the same thing with me. Like my whole background was being a lead vocalist in a metal band from 18 years old until I walked into a gym at 30 years old or 28 years old. And somebody was like, bro, you should be a trainer, man. You're really good on stage. I was like, what the fuck? I live with the tattoo artist. I do blow every night. I fucking drink my ass off. Like, there's no way. And I was like, yeah, fuck, you might as well do it. And that made the switch right then and there. So yeah, no, I mean, not too different. I mean, drugs seem to be a relatable situation for most people, especially the comeback kids. We call a lot of the people like in their late 30s are really like kind of finding their rhythm in their late 30s, the comeback kids. And most of it comes from addiction, divorce, bankruptcy, and like, fuck, I know I've hit them all. I've hit every single one of those.
They're my favorite fucking people to work with because at least they have an opposition to work from. Yeah. You know, there's a lot of people who just get stuck. They haven't done anything dangerous enough to have lived a life. They haven't done anything successful enough to challenge their capabilities. So they're just real comfortable being mediocre. They're like, well, I don't really want to, you know, sounds hard. Like, go fuck yourself. I do have a question though. It's going to be personal.
Go for it.
When you put your skull hand up, do you look tough as fuck?
She's known for that.
I get asked that. I don't look tough. I look like I made a really rebellious decision when I was 18.
I've done that rebellious tough as fuck. All right. You got to ask people how you look. And I think it's tough as fuck.
I solely did that out of rebellion because everyone said not to, that I would never be successful if I got it. And I was like, watch me.
Yep. Challenge accepted.
So let's talk on the tattoo because obviously yesterday's post is kind of what like ding this whole conversation is. Let's talk tattoos. That's what Mikey does. Tattoos. I mean, obviously it goes along with your brand. The motorcycle. We were talking about this before we started rolling, but the motorcycles, the tattoos, just fucking cussing, being your own authentic self. Like, where does that come from? Like, where did that did that come from like your drugs and addiction and just getting tattooed? Like, tell me your story of like how that came to be.
To be honest, I don't know. Not to like get super personal or like down like my past, but like my parents split when I was 13. And so before that, I always just say that like my family environment was just like, let's just keep them alive.
Mhm.
And no one was ever like guiding me on like, hey, you should do this, or hey, you shouldn't, or hey, you have potential to do this, or hey, you could be really great at this. And I think the whole like no one caring about me at a super young age made me like rebellious in my brain. Well, if no one cares, then I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And I just think that's where it stemmed from. I never was getting tattoos. I think it was just a rebellious thing. There's nothing else of just, there was just rebellious. And then every time I got one, no one cared that I got one. So I just kept getting more. I was like, well, fuck it. If no one cares.
Yeah.
And it was just like the people that I was around, they're like, oh, sick, man. And it just was like the vibe. And I just like, and then it started to kind of become of like what I was known for of like, oh, is that tatted chick. So then I felt like I had an identity to keep up. So then I think I kept getting them, even though I didn't really care to get them. And then one day I just was like, I am so fucking over the pain and tattoos. And I just quit getting them.
I still tattoo to this day, and I will tell every person that comes in, I can't believe you pay me for this shit. It's terrible.
I was like, what's your next one? I'm like, never.
Yeah.
Never again.
My entire tattoo story was I was young and I just wanted to fit in. Like you really have to be honest about it at some points. Like every tattoo I had when I was young is now covered up. I don't have a blacked out arm because it's fucking fashionable right now. I do it because I made a lot of stupid ass decisions.
And people they just can't fathom that. They're just like, what do you mean you got a tattoo that didn't mean anything? I'm like, dude, they mean nothing. I just wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Nailed it.
Amazing.
That's it. Because they just like can't, I don't know. People have a really hard, every time they ask me, they're like, really? None of them? I'm like, no, they all are nothing.
I mean, you can give this profound story of even though they don't carry meaning now, they're a part of my timeline to what got me to the place I am. And that's all fine, but it's also 80% bullshit. You just need to justify it.
1000%.
Yeah. But what it really does boil down to, and I mean, I think tattoos in generational stages, they all do come with something different. But like for people who get them, I do think it is. At first, it was a rite of passage. Then it was an endurance contest. Then it was a dopamine hit. And then it was just consistently because it does become a part of you. The tattoo I got 3 times ago, I can't tell you because the most recent tattoo is the one I'm going to remember the most.
Right.
However, I forget that tattoos mean fuck all. But people know me as that, not just because of what I do, but because I fucking look like this, whether I like it or not. So it's just kind of a part of my ambiance. And I think it's the same thing. People will always know you as the girl with tattoos, but you're just you because when a person has to work on defining their brand, it's not they have no idea. It's that they just aren't certain who they are yet. Or they're still inevitably always evolving. So being able to tell somebody what their brand is, it gets complicated because it comes with such an origin story. And sometimes it is the story you tell with your tattoos. Sometimes it's the experiences, like you said, with your parents or the drugs or the bullshit. Other times it's just like, I don't know. I wear wife beaters and I take Jim Muir selfies.
I don't know. I don't think of tattoos the way I don't think they make me badass. I just don't. I never got them to be like, oh, I'm a badass. I just got them.
Then I'm fucked. That's all I got going for me.
It's the most honest answer, though. Most people will be like, well, yeah, like, it's bullshit. Half of it's bullshit. You're dead on, Mikey. What? Fuck on.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I didn't go below my elbow until I was fucking 40 years old. But I also promised my mom I wouldn't go below the elbows until she passed away.
See, she cared.
She did. She did. I mean, for being in a heavy metal band, I mean, dude, I lived with tattoo artists. I've been around it my entire life. But I had my chest, I had my legs, I had all the way to my elbow. My mom just gave me that one request. Said, please, Jake, do not go below your elbow until I die. And I got to the age where I was so, like, I hadn't been tatted in like 10 years. And I go, you know what? Like, I do have meaningful, like, it's all like grandmother and like different things. But I had to show her, and she's like, "Those are beautiful."
You
like,
softy.
20 fucking years. But I'm glad I did, because I'd be looking back like at my bullshit tattoos going, why the fuck did I get that? So everything.
I like, after I did that tattoo tour yesterday, like sat down and was like, these are uglier than I thought they were. Because I haven't looked at them in a long time. And I was like, my God.
No.
Who did these and why? So
it's a harsh reality. I mean, I got to the point where tattoos, they didn't have meaning because nothing in my life had meaning. So I used to have a tramp stamp that were kittens frolicking in a field playing with butterflies and dandelions, because it was like, it's trendy. Let's run that shit. It's usually all the way across the small of my back. I've got a portrait of Fred Durst on the back of my thigh. Not like,
I'm just curious when that was trendy.
Well, I mean, that's what all the girls were getting, was like dandelions and butterflies and shit.
He's from Iowa, Taylor.
Yeah.
He's
I
about
don't remember
15 years behind Austin.
Was trendy.
So he's about 15 behind Austin, about 20 years behind California.
Yeah.
So.
You want to be rebellious, be a grown man at the pool with a satanic back piece that is partnered with kittens doing shit around it. I am the anomaly. You're fucking welcome for me.
Oh my God. All right, so Taylor, I'm gonna go on a serious note now. Like, as you being, and I hate being like the podcast question guy, but like, for you being a gym owner for many years, and then obviously COVID happened, going online, like, where that scared me.
That's my attack dog. Brisket.
Yes, it is. Brisket?
Brisket?
Your attack dog Brisket?
That can't be any more fucking Texas.
Brisket. Stop it.
You got brisket and hot dog over there? Like,
I got brisket and meatball.
I love that.
Beautiful. So, like, I always say, because being now in the online space for the last 5 years and watching just so much shit, I've worked with thousands and thousands of online coaches and entrepreneurs. And for me, I see the direction of 2026 going more of that online or in-person brick and mortar connection. I think people don't have that scared mindset anymore. We're starting to see gyms more filled up, tattoo shops filled. Where do you see the industry, from being someone who's been in it so long? Where do you see the industry in 2026? And I want full fucking transparency.
Like in the online space or just the fitness space?
Let's get both. Let's do both.
I mean, I want to say that people are actually getting more educated, especially this past year. I think it's been really beautiful to watch the more speaking out about women needing to be strong and strength train. And I think that it's actually catching on, because before it was an aesthetic thing. And now I think it's transitioning to like, hey, it's a health thing. Like, you don't want to get osteoporosis and fall down the stairs and break your bones. And it's been actually really amazing to watch the space turn of like supporting strong women and strength training. And I think women are now educating themselves more on what they need. I'm honestly like, and this could be way off, and I could be, again, I think everyone's social media is different. So like what I see every day is different than what y'all see every day. Mm-hmm. So these are things that I am seeing. Because I'm getting a lot more questions on, and I made a post the other day of comparing Pilates and sculpt class with what strength training is. And I honestly feel that more people are getting educated on what they really need based on their goals, which is actually really beautiful to see, as opposed to everyone just trying to do as little as possible. So I really think that I'm seeing, on a women's standpoint, again, I don't follow a lot of guys and watch what men are doing. But from a women's standpoint, I do think there's going to be a lot more women lifting, and like lifting for longevity and lifting to support long-term goals, as opposed to trying to be skinny and do the diets and do all these things. I just think women are getting smarter, and I think more women are speaking out about what you actually need to get there and that all of that stuff. So I'm not in the gym space as much anymore, especially in California. There's not a ton, everyone's outside. So I'm not seeing a lot, but when I went back to Austin, and I went to that new Gold's gym, it was sick. And it was packed. And it was like a Sunday at 3:00. And it was just packed. And I can honestly say that it was just a lot of people lifting heavy shit. And it was really cool to see. So I don't know. I think people are lifting more. I think people are starting to like really want to know how to lift properly. I think people fixate too much on the few people that aren't doing the right shit in the gym, but there's a lot of people doing right stuff. And I think that's cool.
For sure. And you mentioned longevity, and obviously I've been in this space a very long time. And this is not a peptide drop or anything, but do you see with the shift of peptides and all the new biohacking and all the red light stuff, I mean, do you see that as an advantage to people? Because when you say going 6 days a week to working out 2 days a week, like I've seen a turn, and I'm not trying to promote peptides, but I've gotten lazy jumping on the peptide game from working out 6 days and busting my ass to working out 3 or 4 days to where I feel comfortable and maybe taking cardio days in between. But I've also had the advantage of using peptides that have now, I've seen better results. Like I'm at a weight now I wouldn't see unless I was in a physique competition, 6 weeks out. So like, are you pro biohacking? Are you pro peptides? And you don't have to promote or do anything, but like, where do you stand on that?
I don't really have, again, what I said earlier, I don't really give a shit what people do. I really don't.
Sure.
Like, what I do care, also, I want to rephrase what I was saying about 6 days a week versus 2.
Okay.
People that have been in this, like me, or like an ex-athlete or someone that's been doing it, they can get away with 2 times a week. Yeah. Someone that comes in who has no muscle on their bones, never worked out, and they're trying to do the 2 times a week, but get the results from a 6 time a week program. That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
I wasn't saying everyone, I don't even work out 6 days a week. But I was talking more of just being honest with like people's physique goals and like what truly it means to get there.
Yeah,
but I am not promoting that everyone should be at the gym 6 days a week, because I think that's ridiculous.
Sure.
Just wanted to throw that out there. The peptide thing, I don't know enough about it to speak to have like really hard opinions on it. The only thing I have hard opinions on is like the Ozempic stuff.
Yep.
But peptides and stuff, what I have heard is like if you're not in a competitive sport where it's illegal, then like what the fuck does it matter?
For sure.
That's how I feel.
Dude, I'm blown away because I was at some expos this last year, like biohacking stuff, and looking at all the new equipment, and I felt like a kid in a candy store because there's so much out there, and I love that the fitness industry, like you said, you keep saying the word longevity is finally becoming trendy. It's finally becoming cool instead of just looking for that summer shred or that 4-week quick fix.
Yeah,
because that shit, we know we've been in this space long enough. That shit fails, and I hate fucking challenges. Like we just started our core 4, which is like it hits all 4 pillars. And at first we were going to run like 12 weeks. I'm like, why are we giving an end date to something people should be doing every fucking day? We should be promoting the 30 minutes of just movement. We should be promoting fucking sunlight and all the things of just being an adult. Like, don't eat fast food. Eat an adult. Be a fucking, like, what are you fucking, like, don't get me wrong. I love a bowl of
I know. It's sad that we have to like romanticize walking. I'm like, why are we not just doing this as like human beings? Why do we have to like promote it? It's ridiculous.
And I think that's where we're going to see the filtering out of the influencer bullshit and start hearing the people that have been doing this a long time in this space. Like I mentioned, I work with Mike Dolce. The guy has not changed what he's been preaching since 2000. He makes his money off of telling people to eat real food, not a carnivore. It's literally like eat a protein, eat a vegetable, fucking go out and walk and get sun. And he's made a bank on it. And I'm like,
it's so simple.
It's so simple. But yeah, it's just like, dude, I had my cousin, not to get off topic, I had my cousin at Christmas and he was asking me about peptides. And I told him, he goes, what's up with the gelatin diet? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, there's this gelatin diet all over TikTok. So he sent me the link and I'm like, are you fucking, it's just everywhere. And it's just I don't get it. And we know.
What is it?
Well, yeah, that was my question. What the fuck is it?
I still don't understand because she doesn't give away the 3 secret ingredients that go into the gelatin mixture. But for some
reason,
that's
the rage bait stuff.
Yeah.
See, I won't do it.
Horse part.
She got me.
Everybody knows the key ingredient
of my fucking life. And at the end, I'm like, what are the 3 ingredients? I want to know. Is it ginger? Is it turmeric? But it's those types of things. It's like, fuck, dude, I get it. But like to make $1 off that, like people just got to realize, man, like we need more female trainers like yourself that have been through it, that have walked the walk, that have done every type of fucking, I shouldn't say every type of training, but you've done the CrossFit, you've done the lifting, you've done the Olympic weightlifting, you've done the high intensity stuff. And we just need more of it. We need more of it.
I guess kind of speaking on that, of just like, I'm cool with, it's the people that want to skip the normal, the basics and do the like, hey, I don't really want to do this, but it's like, should I get on peptides? It's like, well, do you work out? And they're like, well, kind of. That's the stuff that I'm just like, let's do the basics first. And then if you want to add, you can add. But like, let's lock down some sleep, water intake, step, and lifting 3 times a week. Let's do that first before we start
If
injecting
people just
ourselves with
realize
stuff.
if it was that easy to people, those 4 fucking things right there, if people just did the bare minimum of those 4, God, their life would be so dramatically different.
That's what I'm preaching. I'm like, stop trying to do the crazy shit. It's so basic.
You should do like a free ebook on those 4 things.
Just go to sleep. It's just the sleep. People kill me with the sleep thing. I'm like, if you could you'd have more energy if you'd sleep.
It couldn't be more true when you see the meme as like when we were kids, we used to think naps were punishment, and now as adults, it's like we wish for them. It's like
100%.
It couldn't be more honest there, but
now in my defense, hold on.
No.
Hold on, all right? Because I perform really well at approximately 4 hours of sleep a night as long as I'm drinking caffeinated water-based beverages.
Tell Taylor how many ghosts you have a day.
That's not relevant. They're all water-based beverages.
Tell her, Michael, how many you have.
The first ingredient is water. So it's a water beverage. And I function
lose her shit. I know.
And I function adequately.
Have you ever seen how well you function with sleep and less caffeine?
I don't have the time. I'm way too hopped up on caffeine and no sleep.
Heyday with this guy.
You know what though? Okay, here's the fucked up part, because I do get clients sometimes and they're well into their like 50s, 60s, and I get them and they're caffeine and they don't really sleep a lot. And they're great. They have their blood work is great. Their energy is great. They don't sleep as much as I think they should. Their joints feel good. They're lifting. I'm like,
fuck those guys.
I can't say anything if everything's functioning correctly. So there are some people.
See, and I'll say, I think I'm a pretty fucking great coach, not only because I've had a lot of experience, but because I've been that dude. I've been that dude that is eating perfect, that has did the CrossFit, that has done the things, but then like my ART and AST is fucked up. My fucking this, I've got a beer belly and I don't even drink alcohol. So like I've always had to like experiment and fight and go that extra distance to not only learn for myself, but then to preach it to clients when something comes up. But yeah, fuck those guys with the perfect things, dude. It's fucked up.
No joy.
Did you just call me the perfect things? Am I the perfect things?
You haven't gotten your blood work, so I'm worried about you.
It's fine. It's pumping. My hemoglobin's under 50. That I'm certain of.
He has 0 blood work.
But I've got.
Let's do that first.
Let's
go. You go get your blood work and you bring it back to the next episode and let's look at it.
Ooh.
Let's break down your blood work.
Challenge accepted.
I'm going to say though, it comes back perfect and then I can't see.
I'm going to be fucking pissed. I'll tell you that much.
He's like healthier than us. I'm like,
we're on our Zoom. It's like his 8 p.m. and he's just slamming a ghost. And here I am like, fuck.
I've been up since 3:15. Cut me some fucking slack here, Jake.
Why do you get up at 3? Are you the guy that says like, I get 2 days and you're 1 day because I wake up at 3 and I do what you do in 1 day?
Oh, I mean, I do. I don't need to say it, but that's beside the point. No, I wake up at 3:15. I'm usually walking by about 4:45. I'm in the gym by 6. I have a son that I have to spend with, that I choose to spend as much time as I can with intentionally. Plus, I have 3 businesses to run: family, dinner, a son, and back to calls. In bed by 10:30. Usually sleep by 11:30.
Yeah, he's pretty.
I'm proud. That's incredible, and I could not do that.
Thanks, Ghost Energy.
This episode brought to you by soft affiliate pitch there, buddy.
I got my water. Suck it, fuckers.
To get your discount, Michael at Ghost. Yeah.
All right, so are you sponsored by Ghost?
The unofficial sponsor of my psychopathic babble.
I've never had one of those. Now I won't. Now I'm going to try Ghost.
You're missing out.
Do you like grape soda? No, you're not a grape?
Not a grape soda girl.
I was going to say, that one's actually pretty good. I'm not a grape soda guy. I almost like girl.
Good save.
It was all girl. So
I'll try and report back.
All right, I'm going back to serious. So obviously this channel is growing, but for any of the women out there that are either just starting in any fucking genre or any platform, what advice, especially in this day, what advice would you give that young fucking fearless female to get started, or the next step, or what she can do to accomplish her goals? I know.
So many things.
Sorry, I know.
Obviously, unfortunately, it comes down to like price point, because you have to talk about what ability do you have to spend money on it. Are you talking about someone that's never lifted before?
Let's go. Yeah, let's just go the girl that's like, no, okay, so we'll go fitness and we'll go career. So I was meaning more toward like if they were driving to be an online coach or fitness.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about
we can do both because that's great. That's great. So let's start with their fitness. Where would somebody start with their
and
fitness?
they're just starting.
Yeah.
So what I can tell you not to do not waste your money on sculpt class, and I would not waste your money on an online app, because apps are great. It's so hard to learn from online, and I know that it seems so much easier, but unless you're going to really take the time to watch YouTube videos and learn all of your patterns of squatting properly, hinging properly, pressing properly, you're not going to get out of that app. You're not really going to get anything out of it. If people can afford it and they can find a good coach, 2 times a week or even 1 time a week personal training, just investing that money for 6 months will change your life, because then you can successfully go to an app and know how to do it properly. I think so many people want to skip that step and just hop on an app, and then they just don't see results because they're not executing it properly. Yep. But it's also really hard to find coaches that are worth a shit to invest in. So I get that. And I know people get scared, but most CrossFit coaches are better than most, because we do have to be pretty educated to coach snatch, cleans, and all that stuff. So I would start, if you have the money, I would invest in one-on-one coaching, or even find a girlfriend, and maybe the session will be cheaper for the both of y'all, and do that.
I was just saying small group.
I think that would change.
Small group training usually, plus you got the accountability buddy.
Yes. Like one-on-one, it's expensive up front, but it's not forever, can absolutely change the rest of your life if it's good one-on-one coaching.
That's perfect. Now, what about
and then nutrition that's just, you can find everything that you need online, to be honest. ChatGPT is not the worst for nutrition.
It's pretty fucking good.
Sorry to all the nutrition coaches out there. But if you're just starting and you type in all your stats and what you're doing, what pops out is usually pretty accurate.
It is. It's scary good.
It's just the discipline.
So now what about as far as career? Like, let's say somebody's like, dude, this chick's a badass. Like, I want to be just like her. I want to fucking help people. I want to run a gym. Like, where would you tell them in their career? Like, what's the first thing they need to do? Is that a certification? Is that mentorship?
Man, that's so hard.
It's a hard one, dude. But
it's hard because
there's a lot of them.
The online space is so different than when we all got into it at first. Yep. If I had to start from scratch today, I don't even know if I would try to do the online. It'd be so hard. I would say to not spend your money on certifications rather than courses. I think weekend courses, I think you get a lot more out of weekend courses than you do like certifications, unless what you're wanting to do requires you to have a certification. I still do weekend courses with coaches that I adore and like a lot, and I'm still learning. Get as much experience as possible. I know people bash on group training, but I think I learned the most doing group fitness than I have anywhere, because you have 15 different avatars in front of you, and you have to figure out how to get all 15 a really good workout that day. And I think I've learned so much with what people need through a group setting and a personal setting by doing group fitness. Because it's not, and it has to be the group fitness where like the coach has to write the workout and plan the workout and structure the workout, and it has to have some sort of strength. It can't just be like a HIIT class. But that's where I learned the most. So if they can find a gym where they can be coaching one-on-one and doing group fitness, is where I learned the most.
I love that you said that, because again, working with so many online coaches and mentoring them and helping them, I've given that advice to so many people. I'm like, go where you can get uncomfortable as a coach, to have multiple people in front of you that you can just have your eyeballs on to correct form and make sure your attention. Plus then it gets their confidence up to be able to speak on camera, to be able to have the knowledge to spit out on camera what the fuck you're talking about. when you're able to speak to, let's say, a class of 15 people, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're motivating, you're keeping the rhythm, you're getting everyone fucking hyped up. And that same attitude will portray online as like, instead of just being like hey guys, I'm gonna give you 3 tips, man. This is what I do to stay fit 365. It's like, no, motherfucker. Like, hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna teach you exactly what I do to, you know what I mean? It gives you that, like, that vibe. So no, I'm so fucking glad you said that.
Good
Yeah,
job.
no, I agree. And I think too many people bash group fitness, but there's a lot of that comes as from a coaching standpoint of really good group fitness. And I think there is an acquired skill to be able to coach 20 people, get them a good workout, coach cues. And like, again, you have 15 different people. Hey, like, I don't know how to squat to depth. And so you have to work on that. And they're like, hey, my shoulder hurts. So then you've got to figure out how, and like, where else can you get that type in 1 hour, get that type of one-on-one, like hands-on.
And that's probably the one thing I do miss about CrossFit and being involved in that community was the drop-ins. I spent a lot of time in drop-ins in different cities and traveling and just getting, especially doing the levels and the different courses and stuff. But doing drop-ins, you have those one coaches that come out and they got the PVC pipe and they got the fucking thing, the shoes on, and they're ready to go and they're all in. Then you got the other guy who just kind of stands there and fucks all off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you've had that experience from one CrossFit gym to another. But yeah, dude, there's nothing. There were some points I had 30 people in my class and the heavy metal would be turned on and I'd just be up there like a lead screamer just going.
It is so fun. That is one thing I do because the gym I coached in Austin on the weekends, we would get classes up to like 80 people. Yeah. It's so fun. The energy is so fun. It's like fun for me to try to have to like write a workout for 80 people and everyone have fun and it function and it flow and it's like on time. It's like a math equation. I love it. Yeah. I miss it so much.
I do too. And that was kind of part of the next question with the career thing or where you saw 2026 going. As a gym owner and as a in-person, like, would you ever see yourself opening another facility? No.
Well, I live in California. Unless you want to pay for it, I'll be the face of it.
We'll talk. Me and Mikey got some big plans for 2026 with some really cool things coming up.
I am actually shocked at the lack of gyms here. But I think maybe it's because...
Have you been down to PB yet?
I mean, not to go to the gyms. So I take my bike down there.
I got to remember the name. So every year, my family and I, we go down to the beach cottages at Pacific Beach, like literally like right there. It's actually called the Beach Cottages. There's a gym right next door. It's 2 stories. They just got a new owner. But God, I remember I've been to Invictus. I've been all over that San Diego. But this gym, like they've got everything now. He's built like, it's got the cold plunge. It's got the sauna. It's got the recovery. It's got all the old.
Is it called the Fit something?
I'll remember that PB Fitness, I think. Might be. It's PB Fitness.
Yeah, I haven't been down there. I guess I'm more speaking in my area. Like North County, there isn't really any fantastic gyms.
I'll find the name of it, but do a drop in there. It's such a, what the owner's done. It's such a cool place. Their equipment's old school. It's like old, like kind of dingy powerlifting stuff, but it's got some like.
Is it in a shopping center? And it like overlooks the beach?
Upstairs. It's all open up top. It's upstairs.
I think I know what you're talking about. I haven't been in there, but I've seen it. Is there a coffee shop below?
Yeah. Yep.
Everywhere in California is a coffee shop below.
Yeah, I was going to say. Or burritos or taco shop. Yeah.
That's why I love it.
Dude. So, I mean, we'll end it with this, dude. Like, what do you see in 2026? Like, you got big plans this year to do fucking some insane.
For me?
Yeah.
2026 is going to be my year. I'm speaking it right now. I'm manifesting it.
Manifesting it? Okay.
I am.
Do you want to share? Do you want to share? Or are you one of those quiet manifestors?
Oh, hell no. I think you speak your dreams out loud. I got a Bronco and I sold my sport bike and I got an adventure bike and then I got a trailer for my adventure bike and I want to drive around South California and like explore. I want to ride that fucking adventure bike. It's like a dirt bike kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. And then for my business, I want to like triple what's on my app and then just fine tune my business and how I approach social media. And I think creatives have such a hard time like creating good systems with Instagram because like you want to be personable and you want to post about tattoos, but then you also want to post about your dogs, but then you want to post about your app. And then like I get so spacey. So I need to like create some better systems with my business of whatever. I just want to increase my income probably by like 25, 50% by the end of the year.
Okay.
Doing some good shit.
I do have one more question. Now that we've covered the fact that you're obviously you're in great shape, dedicated a lot of your life to it. You know, you could probably handle yourself in a street fight. When it really comes down to the fact, like, okay, Tina Turner Thunderdome situation, what's your weapon of choice?
I don't need one.
Not a girl.
I would, if I had to pick a weapon, I played softball, so anything that I like could throw, like the chain and ball.
Yep.
Something like that, or a spear.
Yeah.
Like Apocalypto.
Okay.
Throw the spear and then just beat the piss out of her.
I'm into that.
She's thought this through, for sure.
Oh, I'm like, I can't die and not get in a true brawl. So I always picture like what I would do.
Yeah. I've been on old school West Side Story knife fights lately, but I didn't want to take the conversation that way. So the alternative is the obvious Tina Turner Thunderdome approach. Seems a little bit tougher than skipping and snapping.
I definitely think that I could take down pretty much any. I actually got asked to do WWE once and I refused, but that was something of an offer.
There you go.
That's on brand. I think that would be okay in your scenario.
No, that's so. I can't get on board. I can't do the fake. It's so weird.
I don't watch it. I did. This is no disrespect to grown men that watch that sport, but how the fuck do you watch that sport? I don't get it.
Buddy, they get paid. Do you see how many people are at that freaking place?
No, I'm talking about grown men that watch the sport and like are die.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They still sell out.
I know.
Most of them still live with mom. They have the Undertaker poster safety pinned to the wall and shit. They've got resources. They don't have much overhead. They've got the time.
Yeah. I just don't understand. And they all act shocked when like something happens. I'm like, what is
like,
this? Is so
real.
Weird.
And I'm like, okay. Yeah, they tell me how real it is. I'm like,
yeah. But in my defense, I got married on the 4th of July to Real American, the Hulkamania theme song. So me and pro wrestling have a little bit of a deeper investment. Like there's some emotion attached to that. And the thought of just slamming 2 beers together and stone cold in the way through my life it's all there. I just don't have the time to like go.
I love that your wife let you play that song at your wedding.
Me too.
You got to think about it.
Me too.
Did she have a choice?
It's incredible. I would have not shown up.
It was on loop too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you'll get to know Mikey real quick. All right, so how can people find you? What's your IG handle?
3554 Village Commercial. I'm just kidding. That's my address. You can come find me. I think people are so weird when they're like, your license plate was in the picture. I'm like, what are people going to do with my license plate? Also, I'm not hard to find. My Instagram is TDL_coaching.
Sick.
And my TikTok is TDL_does_life.
Oh yeah.
You find out where she lives, she'll show up at the door with a spear or a
Come on over.
We've already had this Thunderdome conversation.
People talk about stalkers, and I'm like, I've never had one. No. I think it'd be cool. It'd be like a friend, but like a friend that just like is there when you need them, but not. I don't know. I just stalk me. Do it. Let's hang out. Be my assistant.
There you go. I mean, you can always flip the script on them. Like if you think you have a stalker, just make it twice as uncomfortable for them. And just be really into it. You know, start leaving.
That's what I mean. I'm like, hey, you want to come in?
Yeah. Start leaving flowers at your own doorstep.
You want grilled cheese and soup?
Yeah. Do you want to come ride motorcycles with me? Just come on, get out of the bushes. Get in the car.
Oh, my God. Amazing.
They always take a turn.